Hello all, Guthrie here. I've had some time to do some thinking about my previous rallying call to rallying cry for autism video, and I realized that I may have reacted a bit alarmistly in some respects. Now, I did say that the risk of physical violence pertaining to autistics was low, but still unacceptable. I realized that there's actually a greater, I realize that this is actually a symptom of a greater problem, not actually the problem itself that we need to be focusing on, at least immediately. The real problem is the fact that a misconception regarding autism spectrum disorders is consistent in the media. I already touched on this with the mainstream articles that were equivocating Asperger's syndrome with sociopathy. However, that's only one aspect of the issue. Larger aspects of the issue are things along the lines of misconceptions and caricatures that can often happen, everyone from, say, example, Sheldon Cooper, to radical misinterpretations via the South Park episode of where they say that Asperger's isn't real, to, assuming that Rain Man is the only type of thing you might see with an ASD. There was even a movie a while back done by Fox Searchlight Pictures called Adam, which, while it presented some aspects of Asperger's, was woefully inadequate in presenting other key aspects regarding both the social and the mental construct from the inside out. As such, I think that maybe part of the issue as to why we are having people like groups like Autism Speak seeking to cure Asperger's, and part of the reason why we may be having as well these parents who are killing their autistic children, which again, as I state, are in a very low minority. Maybe the reason why we are having this, and also why we are having Aspies and other people with autism spectrum disorders being bullied, and in some cases the parents actually saying that the parents of the bully saying that the kid deserved it, is maybe this is all symptoms of a larger problem, namely a greater ignorance both of autism spectrum disorders and of good parenting in our culture. I wonder if part of this may be a combination of ignorance and the vulnerability that a lot of us suffer of emotional manipulation, i.e. of a parent being able to manipulate, one other aspect that could come up as a possibility is the idea, one way to bypass the legal issue of killing your kid, is manipulate your kid into thinking that they are, that euthanasia is a good idea for them, and then getting them to go to a country where euthanasia is legal. Now again, as I'm saying, all of this is very low risk right now, but it does highlight a particular issue that, how do I put it? Basically, I'm thinking that maybe the way we need to address the issues regarding discrimination against Asperger's and groups like Encyclopedia Dramatica, who cited Action T4. Again, I couldn't quite tell if they were being serious, even though they referenced some sources which apparently supported the idea. So again, I can't quite tell with them. But nonetheless, maybe the issue here is the fact that, again, this is people just trying to perpetrate ignorance of the issue, and we need to combat the ignorance as our primary factor and worry about these things as a secondary issue, given their low level of risk. One other thing that was pointed out to me is that my concern about the level of danger that us autistic people are, or people with autism spectrum disorders are facing, is partly due to when I was interpreting groups like this who are trying to promote euthanasia of all people with autism spectrum disorders, equivalently genocide, I was maybe underestimating the level of sanity and critical thinking of our culture. That most people would actually realize that such ideas of genocide are wrong, and therefore at best they would only be a fringe movement and would probably not gain major popular traction. I apologize to society for having underestimated their level of critical thinking and sanity, and as such will attempts to assume good faith on people before I post reactions of this sort accordingly again. So sorry for the semi-alarmist tone I took with my previous video. I hope this provides a clarification of some other points on this issue, and that hopefully maybe my rallying cry should not be about, us taking up arms. Well, I wasn't trying to imply taking up arms, but but some sort of grand nonviolent resistance struggle, and maybe more along the lines of trying to pressure society to provide, trying to pressure the government through normal channels to provide better resources for people with a wide range of disabilities, as well as also providing providing greater awareness as to what disabilities are, what they actually are in truth, and try to help combat discrimination via the normal human rights channels. I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to say. If anybody has noticed a point I've missed in either of my two videos, please post in the comments below, and I will attempt to respond appropriately, and hopefully not go off the deep end again. Sorry about that. Have a great day. Oh, and since it's coming up for this holiday, may the 4th be with you.